Mr. President, I also rise today to recognize and celebrate an Alabama native, Lulu Gribbin, and her incredible journey that led us here today. You see, just over a year ago, a year and a month, Lulu and her family did what many Alabamians and families across our nation do every summer. They took a trip to the beach. As a mom of two teenagers who is fortunate to live close to the Gulf of America, we've taken many beach trips ourselves. But what happened to Lulu last summer is not something I could have ever fathomed happening to one of my children. And it's not something I can fathom happening to anyone's child. Lulu was on a sandbar in Walton County, Florida, when she was viciously attacked by a shark. The attack was nearly fatal. She lost 2/3 of her blood in her body, and if it weren't for medical professionals who, by the grace of God, were close by, the end of this story could have been very different. This marked the beginning of a grueling journey, multiple surgeries and countless hours of physical therapy. Lulu lost her left arm and her right leg, but did not lose her will to fight, to be an inspiration, to be an example to all who knew her. She embodies grit and grace and perseverance and has been an absolute force to all who've had the opportunity to know her or get a window into her story. In fact, Lulu's actually taken up some new hobbies. She has mastered her golf swing. She is driving a car. She is shooting hoops on the basketball courts. She's surfing, now running. And if you go to her Instagram page, lulug.strong, which I encourage all of you to do, you will see her actually slalom skiing at Lake Martin. Like the power of resiliency, faith, and mental fortitude, Lulu's story is not only incredible, but has given us an opportunity to ensure that it doesn't happen to anyone ever again. And you know what? That's exactly what Lulu wants. She wanted to make sure very practical lessons of how we can work to avoid these attacks from happening in the future actually got put into law. Because you see, 90 minutes before Lulu was attacked, a woman from Virginia was attacked just a few miles down the beach. Elizabeth Foley of Virginia lost her hand while fighting off a shark. Again, this was less than 2 hours prior and just a few miles away. Had there been an alert system for sharks, Lulu likely would not have been in the water. That is the nexus of Lulu's law. The Senate has now unanimously passed Lulu's law, legislation I was proud to lead, and that Lulu has courageously advocated for over a year now. Lulu's law empowers authorized local, state, tribal, and federal government authorities to quickly deploy warnings via the wireless emergency alert system. This will happen if a shark has attacked someone. Preventing attacks like this is something we can all rally around in honor of Lulu and to protect future beachgoers and families. While the Senate passage of this law is certainly cause for celebration, our work is not done. I am hopeful that our House colleagues will quickly take up this piece of legislation and begin to move it through the House and ultimately to the President's desk. And I will tell you, God's hand is in all of this. Last night, I called Lulu's parents and talked to them about how incredible this is. And they immediately said that when they got the news, they were having their very first Lulu Foundation meeting. And the junior board was meeting, which are all of the young ladies that were in the water with Lulu when this happened. Their resiliency, their grit, their willingness to make things better for those that come after them should absolutely be commended. But none of this would have happened without a bipartisan approach. So I want to thank Majority Leader Thune. I want to thank Minority Leader Schumer. I want to thank Committee Chair Ted Cruz, Ranking Member Maria Cantwell, and I want to thank Brian Schatz. This is what the country sent us here to do. is to figure out where we have common ground, and where we have that common ground, to make the lives better of the people we serve. It's exactly what we did today. This wouldn't have happened without people coming together, and it is a big moment, not only for Lulu, but for the future safety of beachgoers from coast to coast.